What is up? And we're back with a very special edition of the Dan's Golf World Show. Maybe this week it's the Dan's Baseball World Show.
Or
I don't
softball.
know. Softball World Show. Who knows? This is a guest show. We've got a couple dynamite guests joining us. I couldn't be more excited. I say we quit horsing around and we jump right into this thing.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, I couldn't be more excited right now. Joining us on the show is beyond a baseball superstar, Phillies legend, three-time All-Star, World Series champion, National League MVP. I don't know how long you want me to keep going on and on because I could. The accolades keep going. But ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the show to the one and only Ryan Howard.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Ryan, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm great, man. Kind of getting pretty geared up and excited. We got ourselves a pretty big event coming up here tonight. We have ourselves the one and only, of course, it's not just a home run derby. I mean, to me, this is like one of the most exciting home run derbies because we get to watch this tomorrow's superstars on our hands. But we've got the Little League Home Run Derby Championship presented by T-Mobile. And Ryan, you're going to be out there coaching the boys' side of the event. Is that right?
That is correct. I'm going to try to pass some knowledge on the best way that I can, and hopefully they'll take to it and see what happens.
Well, you know what? I feel like at that age, there couldn't be anything cooler than having somebody like yourself who has all this experience in the game, home run derbies, all of that to be able to speak to them. But I mean, kind of going on that point, what kind of advice do you give them when they're at that age, really, stepping onto a big stage like this?
I mean, I think the first thing is you got to have fun. That's the biggest thing about it is you got to have fun with it. Just enjoy it, take it all in. And then secondly, you're like, hey, you're trying to put on a show. The biggest thing is just make sure you get a good pitch. Just put the fat part of the bat on it. Try to keep it as simple as possible and just go out there and have some fun with it.
I love that. I mean, because so many times, at any point in your career in sports that you can get so caught up in the moment that you forget that this is fun and you're doing it because you love it and you're here to have a good time and you're making memories for the rest of your life, to not let the moment slip by in the midst of all those nerves. But, what do you think? These kids, they might be a little nervous at this point in the afternoon, are they?
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some nerves, but you know what? We'll be over there. We'll be chopping it up. I'll try to keep them as loose as possible. But again, I mean, when you get into these types of things, it's just all about having fun and just being able to compete with like all your peers. And again, the key word here is fun.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing. So like once you get the first one, they usually start rolling in after that. Usually everybody's kind of nervous until the first ball goes out. And then once it goes and you kind of get your feel, then all of a sudden you'll start to catch a rhythm and then, and it just goes from there.
I could only imagine. I mean, at that point, there's no stopping the train. It's left the station. I mean, things are rolling. I feel like all sports, kids in sports, it's evolving quickly. And, thinking back years ago, what it looked like to come up in sports versus what it looks like now. I mean, is there anything that you noticed that is different from when you were coming up playing as a junior and in your younger days versus what you're seeing in the kids now in terms of coming up in baseball? I mean, are there any key differences that you're seeing in the sport with the younger players?
One thing is I feel like all these kids are bigger, stronger, faster, sooner.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing for me growing up was I played multiple sports. I played soccer, baseball, basketball, football in high school. And I think now kids are kind of starting to get, kind of pigeonholed into one sport, a little bit earlier, at a younger age. So I think you kind of lose a little bit of learning different types of skill types or skill sets from other sports early on.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, these kids now, they do nutrition at an earlier age than what we ever thought about doing. The training and working out and all that kind of stuff starts way earlier than it ever did from when I was growing up. So I mean, I guess it makes sense now why these guys are, all the athletes are all bigger, stronger, faster than what they were when I was growing up.
You know what? I think you're so right. I mean, it's almost like, I don't know, there's something different in the Wheaties that they're all eating. I don't know, but you're right. It's like these kids were like born into these sports, and it's a different level out there. That's no doubt. So at this point, we're nearing the 7th anniversary of your retirement from the MLB. I'm so curious, what does life look like now? I mean, to go from competing at the highest level to now figure out, I'm outside of that, still involved some, but what do you do in your free time? Like, what does life look like for you?
It is beautiful chaos. Like, like when I was playing, like you have the full set structure, like, hey, I'm at the ballpark from, 2 to 11 every night.
Yeah.
Now I'm a girl dad. So I got my 3 girls at the house.
Mm.
I got my youngest, she's getting ready to learn how to do softball. So I got softball practice coming up with her. And then they all do dance. So I'm a dance dad now. So it's great. And I still, I stay in my lane.
Yeah.
I stay in my lane. I know what battles to pick and choose, where to step in, you know what, hey, you got this. Like y'all got to talk to your mom about this one. I'm out. So you gotta know how to step lively but it's been fun. I still do stuff with the Phillies organization. I do some stuff with MLB, the commissioner's office as well. And then obviously being here, partnering with T-Mobile to be here for the Little League World Series Home Run Derby. So excited to be able to be a part of things like this that continue to bring me joy. So being able to be out here and hang out with the kids, it keeps me youthful. So just trying to keep stuff that keeps me youthful.
I love that. I imagine, there's got to be, where it's like, wait, I'm not their Major League Baseball coach. I'm also dad. And I've got to kind of find that balance in between where I want to motivate, but I also want to support. And I could see that, you've finding that balance is got to be, just nailing that sweet spot. So with young kids, obviously your own, but even the kids that you're going to be, coaching tonight at the Little League World Series, what are some of the lessons that you're trying to impart into these kids? I mean, we talked about having fun, but sort of stories from your past moments. Is there anything that you try and pull from your career that gives them an example of what to expect or to learn from?
Yeah. I mean, I tell people all the time, I think one thing I'll try to share is that, you know, sports imitates life.
Yeah.
And especially baseball and softball are, I used to look at it like they're games of failure, where they're
Mm.
more so games of perseverance, right? Because there's no other sport where you can go and fail 70% of the time and still be considered great at what you do. Like if
Yeah.
we were doing this in school right now and you got you got 30s on tests and all that kind of stuff, you'd be flunking out of school. So, I think getting them to understand that there's a bigger message of what they do in this game and how you can use this game to be able to transfer it into everyday life. So when you have a bad game or you have a bad day, some of the things my old high school baseball coach used to teach me, he's like, you're only as good as your next at bat. Doesn't
Mm.
matter if you hit a homer or if you struck out the previous at bat. What matters is this next at bat. So you can't carry what you did into the last at bat into this current at bat. So if something happened to you that was negative, you can't carry it into what's going on. Otherwise, you're just always going to kind of stay stuck and never be able to move forward. So just trying to Miyagi them in a way. I know they
Yeah.
won't know that term,
Yeah. Yeah.
but try to hit them with some different stuff to where it's like you can take this and kind of move it into everyday life.
I think, man, that's just what a cool, place to get to be that sort of role model moment, sort of sharing from experience, but also being there for them and helping them go into one of these, gigantic moments in their current baseball career. All right. Before I let you go, I just got a couple quick fun ones for you. Obviously, playing in the MLB 13 years, you've played in a whole lot of baseball parks. Is there one that stands out as one of your favorites to play in?
I mean, it's tough to beat Citizens Bank Park in the postseason. I mean, the people were literally causing earthquakes um, when it came to it, and just I always enjoyed going back home to St. Louis and playing, in front of the hometown and stuff like that. But like for the sheer electricity, Citizens Bank Park, man, in the postseason, there's nothing like it.
I Causing earthquakes. I mean, that just paints a visual. I love it. Uh, T-Mobile's a big part of this event. And they're doing so much in sports and events. But for them to be a part of an event like this, could you just talk for a minute about, the partnership with T-Mobile, what it's like working with them and having them a part of such a cool event like this?
Yeah, you know what? It's partnering with T-Mobile, man. What it is it's giving me the opportunity to come out and kind of live a childhood dream. So like I never got to play in a Little League World Series. So like being able to come here was like always a dream for me. So to be able to get out there on the field and kind of live vicariously through the kids out there doing their thing. I'm very grateful and thankful for the partnership with T-Mobile because they're just creating different types of opportunities, just bring people together, bring families together, bring, different types of memories. And so like for me, this is amazing to be able to have this opportunity to come out here and share it. So I'm very grateful to T-Mobile for the opportunity.
That's incredible. All right. This is the last one, I swear, before I let you go. You got a gigantic night ahead of you. All right. The guys didn't even want me to ask this one, but I said I'm going to anyway. There's the rumor of the MLB gold card. You play long enough, you get one of these gold cards. Nobody can confirm, nobody can deny. Does it exist? Do you have one? Is this true?
Who are the guys, first of all?
Oh, we got a couple guys in the studio.
Is that your alter ego? Is that
no? We got a producer over here running the computer. I got another co-host over here. I told him he's got to sit quiet. I'm asking all the questions.
Is there a bet going on right now, or what do we got? Is there some kind of wager?
It's been an ongoing debate, and I said, could this really be real? It's rumored.
So you're a non-believer, is what you're saying? You're a non-believer.
I want to be convinced thoroughly. But does it exist?
It does exist. I do have one.
Have you used it?
I do have a gold card, yes.
Yeah.
I think it's 10 years of service. You get it. Now I haven't put it into action, so I don't know what benefits that you get, but if you get cash back or anything like that, but
2% on fuel and groceries, cash back,
popcorn, whatever it is at the ballpark, we'll see what happens. But you know what? Now you've intrigued me, so I have to like break it out and see if they like stop me. If I just whip it out and just say, hey, peep this, all right?
Yeah.
I get to come in or whatever. They'll probably look at me because I live in Atlanta now, so it's already bad enough because of the what I did with the Braves and all that kind of stuff. But I'm sure they'll probably deny me access trying to get in there with my gold card.
You might run into a non-believer there at the gate. Who knows? Who knows? All right. Hey, well, thank you so much for joining us. Again, we know you got a massive night ahead of you out there coaching the boys for the Home Run Derby presented by T-Mobile. How exciting. The little leaguers are going to be shining out there tonight. We can't wait to watch. And once again, thank you so much, Ryan Howard, for jumping on and joining us.
Oh, I appreciate you for having me. Thank you.
All right. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Well, folks, the fun keeps happening on the show. I can't believe it. Star-studded from, end to end here. I want to welcome to the show. She is all-time hits leader at the University of Washington, a two-time first-team All-American, a three-time Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. The list keeps going. We're going to run out of time on the show. She is the Seattle Female Sports Star of the Year of 2019. I feel like these accolades are unbelievable. I'm just going to cut to the chase. I could keep going. I want to welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Sis Bates. Hey!
Hey, everyone. Oh my gosh, stop. My cheeks are like hurting from giggling so much during that. You crushed that.
You know what? When you have a career like yours, we can't help but as hosts, but flatter you a little bit because this is so impressive. But thanks so much for joining us. What a massive night we have on our hands. It's the Little League Home Run Derby Championship presented by T-Mobile. And you're going to be out there coaching all the young ladies out there on the field. How cool is this?
Oh my gosh, I am so stoked. I can't even describe it. I'm so excited. Hopefully I see some. I went to the softball Little League World Series and I got to see some of the gals and connect with them. So I'm hoping that I see some familiar faces.
Oh, that's got to be great. It's again, you're making friends everywhere. You know what I mean? Of all ages, it doesn't matter.
Someone that's not my friend. Come on. I love everyone. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Well, I got to know, when you're taking sort of your experience in the sport and you're getting around some of these younger players and that, what is it that you're trying to share with them? What is the piece of advice or the things that you're trying to help them going into an event like this that that you can share with them.
Yeah, I think the main thing is that doubt kind of creeps in at events like this. It happens at my age, I'm 27, and a little bit of imposter syndrome can kind of sneak in different avenues, but just making sure that they're having so much fun with this. Like, what a blessing it is to be here and to meet so many other softball players and to get to play on the biggest stage. I never had opportunities like this when I was young. So, what an incredible opportunity to be here and to just soak it all up. Comparison is the thief of joy, so just
Mm.
being true to who you are and just doing everything you can do to be present the whole experience.
That's such beautiful advice, and I mean, really important for everybody at all ages and whatever we're going into in those moments in life where we find ourselves getting nervous and all that stuff. I mean, I think that's just beautiful words. But talking about these younger players, what do you feel like sort of the evolution from when you look back and you were the same age of these young girls versus now, the athleticism, the difference? Do you see a difference in the sport from when you were that age to now the players at that age these days?
Absolutely. When we went to some of the games, when our league went and got to watch some of the girls, I think some of them could probably strike us out. So I was like, "Hey, what do you guys got going on?" I feel like when I was your age, there's no way we were throwing the overhand velocity that you guys are throwing with. So, yeah, I kind of heard what Ryan was saying, but yeah, I think maybe some like different nutrition things, some
Yeah.
lifting. I didn't start lifting until I was probably in 7th or 8th grade. So, I think that some of these girls are starting to do that early on, which is amazing, but also making sure that we're not specializing too early and making sure we're playing other sports and having fun in other ways because that's also really great for our bodies and our brains.
Yeah, I think that's such a good point. I mean, when you're young, to try different things, do different things, make sure there's fun involved as well as competition and all that. Because I mean, I've got some young kids myself, and there's sometimes I want them to win and I want it to go great, but it's like, wait, this isn't about me. It's about them and growing and having this experience. And I think that's such an important thing. Do you feel like you're getting a chance to bring some of the fun side for when they're getting nervous or sort of getting caught up in all of that?
Yeah, I sure hope so. I hope I can kind of distract them in a good way and just encouraging them to cheer on each other and just kind of get out of their own way and just have fun in the moment.
I love that. So, taking a little more, look at your career. Obviously, the things you did in college, now the things you're doing in your professional career. Could you talk a little bit about sort of the difference and when you're playing at the collegiate level versus moving on and leaving the school and all of that? What are some of those differences that you've kind of noticed between those two worlds?
Yeah, man. I The biggest difference probably is that you just really can't take any pitch off in the pros. I mean, it's the best of the best. And in college, it was also. Another thing is just the training aspect of it. We have a 9-month off season, so I miss the days that I was, like, dreading going to conditioning. I'm like, "Man, shared adversity," like, I miss doing that with my teammates and, like, being in the mud together and getting through those moments, so, training and being super self-motivated is very important in the pros because we show up a week before and we're playing on MLB Network the next day, so, just making sure that we are, um, prepared as possible when we get to season is a little bit different than college.
I think, looking at this event, obviously T-Mobile is a big part of it. And, which I think is so fun and exciting, the variety of events they're a part of, but certain ones sort of stand out. And this is among them. But they're a part of an initiative, the Girls with Game, which I love. Again, it's support from beyond just the fan experience. It's all the way down to the players and helping them along. Could you just talk a little bit about what you're seeing, your partners with T-Mobile and what they're doing in the game and sort of what you appreciate about that?
Yeah, I totally got the chills when we were talking about that. I mean, just creating more avenues for young women is the most amazing thing, and T-Mobile is really doing that. I mean, even creating opportunities for me to be here with them and to have this experience with them. I've also been with T-Mobile forever, so this is totally cool for me that I get to be with a company that has been in my life for so long, and now I get to create memories and experience the joy of softball, the game that's brought me so much can see me and know that if they want to make a reality for a really long time. So I'm so stoked to be here.
Oh, that's incredible. For yourself, when did you fall in love with softball? I mean, were you born with the bat and ball in hand? Was it something you found later on? When did the game find you, and when did you find your love for it?
Yeah, it's really hard for me to pinpoint. I mean, ever since I started playing wiffle ball when I was like 4 years old, I knew that I loved it. I remember we didn't have Little League in my town, so it was like our series rec organization. So I just remember driving by it and asking my mom, when is softball season? When is softball season? I'm sure I was so annoying because I just wanted to play softball all the time. And man, now I look back like 24 years later and I'm still playing the game that I fell in love with so long ago. So I feel so grateful. And now I get to hopefully give some of that inspiration to these young athletes that, man, they can go as long as they want and they can play for Team USA. They can do all the things that they dream of because I am proof in the pudding. I am a very small town girl. I did not know that this was possibly in my future. So I feel so much gratitude. I'm literally about to cry. Like, this is so crazy that
Oh,
I'm here. So I hope that that can give them a little bit of inspiration.
was it sort of, was any of this in the dream, or was it more one step at a time and things sort of kept growing and expanding along the way?
Yeah, I think kind of one step at a time. I saw Washington win in '09, and I told my dad that I wanted to go there, and he kind of gave me a lovingly giggle and was like, "Oh, sis, you're so silly." And I had my heart set on it, and I ended up going there, coached there, played for Team USA, and now I play professionally. So I don't think in a million years I could have thought that this was my life, but I'm so lucky for it. And again, I I still wake up and pinch myself every day.
Ah. Now, Washington is not just a part of your past. You still have involvement, don't you, with the school and the organization?
Yeah, you'll have to, like, drag me out of that place. I am no longer on staff, but I go back as much as I can, crossing our fingers that there's a pro team in Seattle next year, so that would be really cool, but we did play at Washington this past year, and I got to see Coach Char, got to spend time with her and the girls, but I was with player development last year with the program.
I love that. All right, before I let you go, I obviously gigantic night ahead of you. Just want to talk a little bit about mentality. Like, anybody who is going into a big moment, prepping, what is it? Is it, do I get dialed in and focused? Do I clear my mind and release the thoughts? Do I have a game plan? Like, what is the mental strategy going into these big moments in life?
Yeah, I think everybody's a little bit different. Personally, I like to be very loose and have a lot of fun with the things that I do. So I'm hoping to give the girls some freedom to do that. But yeah, everybody's different. I hope that they take a second and like really be where their feet are and like see how awesome this is. And um, yeah, I think everybody's a little bit different. Some people might need to be off to the side and like kind of getting in the zone, but I hope that they can just soak it all up and get everything they can out of it.
Wow. Well, hopefully all the young girls on your team tonight find their mental space. They find that place to perform at their best tonight. We're all excited. We're all going to be tuning in, and we wish you the best of luck tonight at the Little League Home Run Derby Championship presented by T-Mobile. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, please give it up for the one and only Sis Bates. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate that. This was great.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, you guys.
So when I was growing up, Ryan Howard was the man. Of course, he wasn't a Chicago guy with my White Sox, but I wasn't liking the Cubs, so the Phillies was the number one team. And, of course, I hopped on that bandwagon right away.
There you go.
And
so you've been watching this guy for a minute.
Yeah, and you should have seen his old commercials with Subway. Oh, they were hilarious. He would, like, hit a Subway sub. It was great.
I thought it was interesting that because we were looking before doing research, that he has no affiliations with golf, because we've seen at Lake Tahoe, his teammates, Shane Victorino, Jimmy Rollins, those were all that late 2000s Phillies teams. And
I'm imagining, home run derby winner connecting with like a big bomb drive. Like, what's the thing going? Like 410?
I bet you he can hit a golf ball far.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And if you get it going straight, it's never landing.
Guess what side of the ball he stands on, too?
The wrong side?
Yup.
He's on your team.
He still looks like he's in good shape too.
He does.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it looks like, he's ready. He's like, he's hitting tonight.
Yeah.
He honestly probably could.
Probably could.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst thing. Like, guy retired, not in the game anymore, and could just body every one of us in every aspect.
No, so Prince Fielder did that. He was an old Milwaukee Brewer, then he played on a few teams, but he had to retire because of neck injuries. And he was just at what is Milwaukee's field now? It's not
American Century.
Yeah, it's not Miller Park anymore.
American Family Field.
He was there.
Way less fun.
Yeah. He was there doing like an alumni home run derby, and it was like he never left.
Oh, just hitting dingers all day. I love, you ever see those, like, it'd be like a TikTok clip of like some of these guys, baseball players, they'll be in the backyard hitting wiffle balls with their kid, and they're somehow just like pounding it over the house. I'm like, I didn't even know wiffle balls could fly that far, but you guys swing the bat different. It's a whole different ball game.
That's one of the nicest parts about being a retired athlete, I'd assume, is that you're still so much better than almost everybody else at that thing. And if you ever get a chance to bust, football is tough because you don't really get a chance to bust it out as much unless you're a quarterback. Like, you're not going to go out there and be running routes often.
Now, here's a question, Dan. What do you think is harder to hit? A baseball or like a baseball player hit a baseball or a fast pitch softball?
I feel like, well, I mean, because I grew up playing baseball, so that makes a little more sense to me. But I also feel like there's got to be like some visual mind tricks to the softball because the way it's whooping around and coming from down low.
Dude, so there's this viral video of an at-bat. It's Jenny Finch. Everyone remembers who Jenny Finch is, right?
I don't.
Oh, my. Wow. That's, that's bad. So it was Jenny Finch versus Albert Pujols. And
nice.
Albert Pujols.
Who's that, Dan?
Yeah, who's that, Dan?
The one that Jenny Finch was facing in this epic showdown.
He's what is he? He's got to be in the top 10, 15 for home runs, like career home runs.
Yeah. He's like five or six.
She struck him out.
Just
like because I mean the balls are rising, the balls are dropping. It's a different arm slot angle that you're not used to looking at. Yeah, and you're closer.
Which is also got to be trippy. Like, like, could you scoot back a little? You're kind of all up on my cheese here. Like, step back.
You're like having the ump move back so you can move back.
You guys ever see that guy? He's like a professional batting cage hitter, and he's this dude who stands like 10 feet in front of the plate and he hits the ball every time.
Yeah.
Like,
wasn't he on some like TLC show or is it someone else?
I don't know. I've only seen him on Tic Tac and all that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Where like he'll be outside in the outside batting cages. Yeah, and be like 5 feet from the thing.
Yeah, like as the thing whips the ball, he's just like swinging immediately. It's incredible. Can we just right now all group consensus agree that Sis is like the nicest person we probably ever had on the show?
Awesome. Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
She was very excited to be on. From even before we started rolling, she was excited.
Which is shocking because it's us.
Yeah.
Like, who's excited for us,
We're nothing special.
Yeah, it's the first time for us. It's a big moment for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big day for us.
Yeah, big day for us usually.
Well, it definitely was, and it's going to be a big day for all these junior baseball players as they get out there tonight. You guys tuning in?
Of course, dude. Little League World Series is great.
It's my favorite time of year.
Do you got any money riding on it?
I don't know. I don't think you can bet on it.
Okay, all right.
I feel like I'd probably know if you could, but I don't know.
Yeah, couple bands deep on this.
Yeah. Come on, Texas. Come on.
All right, boys. Well, it's a fun little bonus show, little interview show. It's cool to have him on. All right. Well, that's it for this special edition of the Dan's Golf World Show, brought to you by the one and only Sports Illustrated.